All right, guys, it's that time of the year. TFL's back. Hope you guys are excited as I am. Sorry, the music was a little too loud. As you can see, I got a few things going on for you new guys. I don't think there's many new guys, but I like to do these little podcasts, videos, whatever you want to call them. And to start the year off, I'm going to do my predictions and the power rankings going in. I know last year we had all the commissions in on it, but we're all busy guys, conflicting schedules, and we all know I'm a little bit of a lone wolf, so I'll be doing this one solo. Hopefully next time I'll have some more guests or commish or somebody if schedules can align. But enough with all that. We got some old faces returning. Like I said, we don't have many new members, which I like. Not having any brand new guys, it's a good sign. Most of these guys landed. Most of the guys in the league lasted almost the entire cycle, so it's going to be fun. The twins are back. Hank and Fear, Deadeye, Dab and Zoe are going to get a chance to show us if they're really good or if it was the shitty teams they took over that were keeping them back. We even got P-Zach on the waiting list, his one and final chance with the TFL League. Unfortunately for him, we're full. And unfortunately for him, I hope we don't lose anybody and he doesn't get a team. No offense to him, but I don't want to lose anybody. But, if that does happen, he's number one on the waiting list, and we'll see how it goes from there. Matter's also back. He was only with us for about half the year, which sucked because he's a competitor and he makes things interesting. And the NFC was pretty weak without him, personally. But I'm going to dive right all into this. First, I'm going to jump into some rules. For everyone, I'll reiterate this one time early on. We are a 48-hour league, but we do have a rule where you must schedule a game within 24 hours. I understand not being able to play a game every day. I mean, I don't understand it. I can, but you know what I mean? Things come up. So as long as you can take the time out, take 5 minutes to send a DM and set your game up and post it so the whole league will know, that's what we'll do. Like I said, we're a 48-hour league. We've pressured guys in the past. We've pushed it, made commish decisions to push it, and now we've made a decision within ourselves to not do that anymore, to not sim a scheduled game, you know what I mean, for the league. If game scheduled, we'll wait. That's what it is, unless it's a playoff push. But that's just how it is. Also, we added one hurry up usage, a drive. We want to try that out, see how it is. And also, there's Kank posted it. There's a new position change rule. Just the rule is everyone, for no matter what the position, you have to get it approved by the commish. Reasoning why, with the new badges and the X Factor, if you switch a guy's positions, the badges and the X Factor switch. So in theory, you could just keep switching it back and forth until, you know what I mean, accidentally or randomly, it got to all the ones that you wanted. So as of right now, and you only get one switch a year. No matter if it is approved, only one switch a year. No matter what, you're not going back. And that's a no exception rule right now until we figure out with EA if that's going to get patched or if that's just how it is. But as you can see, I got the power rankings up there. The power rankings are all of me and the commissions top 10 put together, not just mine. Mine was a little different than this. I personally had Pop in the top 10, but this is a culmination of all of them, and I'll jump right into it. Myself at the top. I'm not going to toot my own horn, but as we all know, my resume speaks for itself. Matter at 2, Scope at 3, Coke at 4, and Kobe closing out the top 5. And then the bottom, we got Legit, Cam, Greg, Leo, and then Study closing out the top 10. Some people might think it's a little controversial. Maybe a few fan favorites are missing from this list, but Study's got a ring. That's all that matters. He's really consistent. So, and even though we've had our rifts from time to time, Study's been with us a long time. Like I said, he's a champion, and he's pretty consistent year in and out. And I think he's got a very winnable division this year, and he's going to have a pretty good year. But I won't say which one of the guys in the top 10 I didn't have in there. The year one playoff predictions, I did ask all the commissions. As you can see down at the bottom, I have all their Super Bowl picks scrolling. I did ask all the commissions if their playoff predictions, but I wasn't going to post all of them, and I'm not going to parrot all of them. It's I like to not have these things be too long, so I'm not going to parrot all of them. So these are just mine. I got the Browns, the Chargers, the Texans, the Pats, the Packers, Rams, Saints, and Redskins all winning their divisions. And then Steelers and the Ravens both from the AFC North in my division, taking the 2 AFC wildcard spots, and the Seahawks and the Eagles taking the 2 NFC spots. I think this year is going to be really interesting. Me, Cam, and Scope being in the same division is going to open up a lot of things for a lot of guys. That means there's a lot more divisions that can be won. We have a couple divisions. The NFC East is like that. A lot of contenders in the same thing. So there'll be no excuses for a lot of guys this year. Very winnable divisions. Me, Cam, Scope, legit, trash. We're all going to beat up on each other. So there's a lot of divisions up for the winning. I think Al's going to have a good year. He's got a good team finally. Last year he picked a shit show. I don't know why he ever picked the Cards, but this year he's got the Saints in a very winnable division with a few guys he doesn't like. I think that division will be very interesting. I think the NFC South and the West will be really interesting. And I expect big things from Al this year. Also, Pav, if you can see down there, he was my personal Super Bowl pick from the NFC to play me. I expect big things from him too. But I think year one, I think Leo will get the job done and win the division. So I'll jump into the other commission Super Bowl picks. Google had the Chargers versus the Skins. Leo had the Browns versus the Eagles. Greg had the Chargers versus the Eagles. Kank had me versus the Packers. And Simba had Browns versus Rams. And then, like I said, I had myself against Pav, the great himself, the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. It's going to be an interesting year. As you can see, it looks like a lot of it's either the commissioners are picking either me or Coke to take the AFC, and it looks like it's pretty spread out, and almost each commission has a different NFC pick, so that tells you a lot. Maybe the guys are thinking the NFC is a little more wide open. Also, these were picked before Matter made the trades that he made, so that might change a little bit. I'm sure that's a Matter getting Julio and a vet quarterback is going to change some things, but we'll see how that goes. To build on that a little bit more, said a bunch of big trades, record-breaking, so many preseason trades. It was fun, though, and a lot of, you know what I mean, if you've been on Twitter, a lot of questionable trades. But we'll see how it goes. Myself, I traded Baker like I do for Vaughn and rookie quarterback and lock. Like I said, Google traded away Tack, Julio, Matt Ryan, Devontae Freeman. I mean, he got a good haul back, though. I think Google made a bunch of good trades to start off this Madden cycle, and he put himself in a good spot. Even though I think he did put himself in a good spot, I think it also put him on the hot seat. Like I have some other coaches up there, as you can see, who I got in the hot seat: Rock, Google, Fears, and Pav. With Google making that move, he's got to hit on some of those draft picks. He's got to develop some of those guys. So, and he's coming off of a 50-50 year, and this year might separate for some of these guys. If you're water trash or you're a contender or a playoff regular or whatever. Same with Rock. Rock had a couple bad years. He didn't get his team. Last year he got stuck with me and Scope. But this year he's got no excuses. He's got his team. They're good. His division's not that tough. And I think this year either Rock's going to be our old washed-up vet, has been next year, or he's going to get back to where he is. I think this play style for Rock and Al, I'll say, I think the way Madden plays, I think fits their play style a little bit better. So I think both of them are going to be a lot better. Rock used to be a tough out in years past. In the last few Madden cycles, he's been much more of a pushover. But we'll see how it goes. Also, the TFL Twitter, if you guys haven't seen, that's been popping. We appreciate it. We gave Bo the reins, and he took control of it, and he's done a great job. I really appreciate it personally. I like it a lot. He's been doing a great job. I've been on Twitter myself 20 times more than I've ever been. But also, you guys with the parody accounts, you're doing great. One thing we do ask, can you reel it in a little bit? We're doing the Twitter and all this stuff to kind of put ourselves out there and see how we are compared to other leagues. And although we all get your particular brand of comedy, everyone might not always find that funny. So just remember when you're out there tagging and doing all that you kind of represent us. And I don't mind the competitive nature and the being funny. I don't mind all of it. But kind of keep that in mind, that you're out there representing all of us. And but like I said, I do appreciate all you guys who have Twitter. Do us all a favor. Get on there, like, share, retweet. Do all that good shit. You know what I mean? It takes 2 seconds. Also, I don't see how I must have forgot to put it on here. I don't see it on the scroll bar either. I asked the coaches for their Sacco pick for worst team of the season. It was a tie between Hank and PJ. Feel bad for Hank. He took on a bad team. I personally think Hank's a lot better than PJ, but we'll see how that goes. I don't think Hank will be the worst. I personally pick PJ, but I think expect big things from PJ this year. He hasn't got trade raped yet. He seems like he's ready, and I hope he's gonna be a little more competitive this year. It sucks he took the Giants, and now he's got a rough division this year. But hopefully, maybe since he's got his hometown team, he can put some things together and see how that goes. But I'm not going to talk you guys' ear off too much. Just wanted to get the first video of many for this year going. I'm going to try and do a preseason, midseason, and end of the season one every season. And each time, like I said, I'm going to build on it, expand on it. Hopefully I'll have somebody with me next time. I've been working on a lot of stuff, but today was my birthday, and I got a lot of other shit going on, so it didn't work out like that. But good luck to everybody, and I'll see you guys in the ship real soon.